Okay, I'm dancing. I have to dance a lot because I didn't walk Sam right before I'm making this video. One of my little ones is here visiting me, and she took Sam out for a walk. And so you'll get to meet her when she gets back while I'm baking. She's one of my little ones who's grown all up, but she's here to visit me for a couple weeks. She's helping me get a little more organized. And she helped me drive to Mississippi. We went and looked at my property this weekend. Oh my gosh. I am more excited than ever. I will give you more details about that in some upcoming videos, but I got to see the property. I've seen it when I grew up, but I mean, see the property right now and get the deed in my hot little hands. And so things are moving along. I will keep you updated. I'll give you details. I'll put some pictures of the way it looks. You're gonna be surprised. I'll put the picture somewhere on the screen and you will see that it's just covered. So my next big thing is to get the land cleared. So, but back to today, we are going to cook. I'm doing an experiment. I wanted to make an apple cake. One of my friends used to make this apple cake and it was delicious. I mean, no, I can't even tell you, delicious. And I asked her for the recipe and she gave me a recipe and it didn't work. And I don't mean it didn't work like maybe I did something wrong. No, it didn't work. She didn't give me any oil or butter in it. And I asked her and she said, oh, I didn't tell you how much. And she never told me. So I decided that I would figure this out for myself by using my basic cake recipe. We're going to see how it comes out. So cross your fingers. It's going to be a little different than her cake. Her cake, I mean, it was delicious. But I'm going to use the basic recipe, and I think I'm going to put like a streusel of the apple in the bottom and the top and some cinnamon sugar on top. So we will see how it comes out. I'm very excited. You know, I like to experiment. That's because I think baking is a science. So let's get going. Let's get our aprons on and let's get to baking. As usual, I got all the ingredients out. I just wanted to show you the nuts that I've chopped. And this is cinnamon sugar. And these are the apples that I'm going to use. They are not, I can't even remember what they're called. Oh, dragon snaps? I don't know. But I told you this is an experiment. So we will see how all of this comes out. Alrighty, let's get to baking. Woo, here we go. We are going to make this very close to my regular basic crusty pound cake, but we're going to add apples, brown sugar, cinnamon, and take away some of the flavorings and add a flavoring. So we will see. I will put the recipe down in the description as usual. Let's get going. So as always, we cream the butter, then we add the sugar. So we're going to cream the butter, and we took the butter and eggs out earlier today, you know, about 1 to 2 hours so they can get to room temperature. And because it's at room temperature, you see how quickly it creams. Usually I add 3 cups of white sugar. But for this, I'm using 2 cups of white sugar and 1 cup of brown sugar. So after you cream the butter, you add the sugar and you cream that until you can't see any. Oh, why are you making noise? So Sam is back. My little one is back. She went she went to lay down because Sam is too much and she needed a break. But she'll be back before I'm done. I'll let you meet her. So right now I'm about to... Sammy, no. Break the eggs into a separate... I usually use a measuring cup. Okay, now we're gonna add the eggs in one at a time. And I just stir it until I can't see the egg anymore because it's incorporated. Just takes about 15 seconds each. When baking, you always want to make sure that everything is incorporated in when you're mixing it, but you don't want to overmix anything. That makes your cake, what's the word I want to say? Tough, that's the word. And you want your cake to be light and fluffy. So you got the eggs in. I'm going to stir that around a little bit because I can still see some of the whites of the eggs. You know I love to show you this. I love this. It is whole milk, 1 cup, in an individual. I love it. I'll put the link to it below because this is so cool because I never drink whole milk. So when I buy whole milk to make a cake, I always have a bunch of milk left over that, you know, goes for naught. I don't have a cat anymore. And I think I told you this before. I don't even know if Sam likes milk. I have 3 cups of flour to add. I'm going to try to do about 1 cup at a time. So far it's pretty much the same except for the fact that I use brown sugar along with white sugar. That was the last of the flour. I'm going to scrape the sides down, and we get one more different ingredient from the plain pound cake. We're going to add some cinnamon right now. I'm going to add about a teaspoon. Not that much, but just a little. I think the cinnamon will give a good taste with the apples. You know, apple cinnamon kind of goes together. Okay, this is where the recipe diverts again. I am going to scrape down the beater. And I have to tell you that same story again. No look in the beater. We have raw eggs in here. Even though I tell you, I have probably eaten so many raw eggs from licking the beater and licking the bowl. I mean, it was just like a race at my house between me and my brothers. So this is how it diverts. I said I was gonna make this streusely, but then I reconsidered and I decided that I am just gonna add the nuts and the apples right on in. So I took 2 apples, I peeled, cored, and chopped them up kind of small. And I chopped a cup of pecans in my handy dandy chopper. I love this thing. I don't have to take out the whole food processor. This thing chops them pretty good, pretty good. Anyway, I'm gonna put most of them in. I'm gonna save a little for the top. And I am going to fold this in. So fold means stir and fold. You stir it about halfway and fold it over. You're not trying to make the apples smush down or do anything like that. You just want it kind of incorporated in. So you stir and fold it over. Don't do it too much. You just want it enough so that it's all incorporated in. And this looks delicious. It really does. I hope it comes out as delicious as I think it's going to. We'll have a new dessert that I've never tried before. So let me spray the pans. The pan. I'm using my regular 2 pan and my regular baking cooking spray. Remember, not just regular cooking spray, baking cooking spray. And I'm spraying it over the sink as I usually do so that it doesn't get on the floor, because if it gets on the floor, it's just an accident waiting to happen. And you know I always overspray. Make sure you spray. Make sure you spray. Make sure you spray the hole in the middle. Oops. This is a little thicker than the cake usually is, but I hope it's gonna come out all right, because consistency is an important thing when you're baking. You need the cake to be the right consistency. But this looks really good. And then, as usual, I spread it around, trying to make it even. That looks pretty good. And I'm using my hands, so as I always say, make sure you wash your hands a lot. Because your hands really are your best utensil in the kitchen. Now I'm going to sprinkle on some cinnamon sugar. Now what's cinnamon sugar? I don't know. It's just cinnamon and sugar. I don't know the proportion. I did a 1/2 cup of sugar to a tablespoon of cinnamon. That might be too much cinnamon, but I didn't know. I probably should have used a teaspoon of cinnamon, but it smells really good. So I'm sprinkling that on top. And then I'm gonna put the rest of the nuts on top. You know what? Even if this doesn't come out like a perfect cake, it's gonna taste good because it looks so good and it smells so good. Oh my gosh. I cannot wait till this is done. And my niece comes out and says, "Oh, Aunt Mel." Doesn't that look good? Put it in the oven, 325 for 1 hour and 15 minutes. Then I'll check it. And if it's done, I'll take it out. If it's not, I'll leave it in for a little bit longer. But I will see you when I have cake. So guess what? I have a beautiful, delicious disaster. My cake came out delicious. It was beautiful. I could not wait till it got cool. The big thing with cakes when you put apples in them or any kind of fruit is you have to let them get completely cool before you flip them out. So when I flipped it out, half of it collapsed. But it tastes very, very good. One more thing I want to do. This is so funny. You know, your family and friends will eat it however it looks. And it's not like we're selling these or anything. But I'm still going to put some glaze on top. And I'm going to put the recipe in, and I'm going to put in all caps, let it get completely cool before you take it out of the pan. Don't be like me, impatient. I thought I had something more important to do later, and so I was like, oh, let me just dump it out and finish the video. How cuckoo of me. Anyway, I'm going to ask you to do those things I always ask you to do. Please, please, please. Like, subscribe, and share. I'll see you next time when I make something that doesn't fall to pieces. But I'm telling you, it tastes really good. I've been eating the crumbs. It's really, really good.